All right, so we were talking about this during the live, and I just wanted to create a short 10-minute version, right, of some of the things that we were talking about. And one of the things that hit was this doing the right thing for the right reason. Nehemiah, when he found out that the people that just came out of exile were hurt and disgraced because the walls of Jerusalem were in ruin, he was so grieved that he fasted, that he prayed. He repented for the things that he had done, and for his family, and for the people. He asked God for favor. You see, this enormous task that Nehemiah endeavored on was not because he was trying to secure something for himself. He was not doing it for selfish ambition. He was not doing it to establish himself. He was not doing it to build himself. He was not doing it to serve himself. He was doing it for the people. And he didn't fool himself into thinking that he could just do it for himself. He knew that he needed the favor of God, that it was bigger than him. He understood the assignment, baby, and that it will require God. And one of the things that just stood out to me so much, and that was so heavy, was that the Lord is telling many of us today, I want you to have your heart posture in the right place. I want you to think about what grieves you when it comes to man. What does your heart pour out when it comes to man? Because sometimes we have these visions that God has given us, and he's given us multiple ones that we actually have options for. And he wants us to really think about which ones we want to pursue. Because for many, that whole process of giving us many options was just to show us what we're capable of. And that you've always operated in such a limited capacity. I wanted to expand you and show you that anything I call you to, you can do. So it's not necessarily that you're going to do every project that I had you work on and develop. You're not going to implement every one. This was a part of the maturation phase that I wanted to take you into, to get you out of the small, worldly you into the expansive, divine you. But with that being said, he wants us to step into it with the heart posture that says it's really for the people. One of the things that God did for me, he was asking me this morning, where does your heart go out to? And my heart really goes out to those who don't have a shepherd, those that don't have family, those that don't have a friend, those that are isolated and all alone and don't have one person they could really talk to and share with and cry with and help. My heart goes out to that people. So those type of people, like, I'm really grieved for that. It breaks my heart for me to think that there are just some people just all alone in the world. And the Lord said, okay, so all these different things that I've given you to do, you know that you don't want to do this, and that, because that's going to have you talking at people and not with people. And your fulfillment is going to come for you talking with people, right? So you're going to have to do the things that allows you to have one-on-one engagement with people and to deal with people directly, so there's interaction. So many people may think, I want celebrity, I want to do speaking engagements, I want to do book tours, I want to do all this stuff. But you don't realize, if that's just what you want to do because you believe you can, and you have a message to give, and you want to be out there in front of the people, if your heart is pouring so you can interact and engage and help mentor, right, and shepherd people one-on-one and be there with people in relationship, you'll never be happy just being on the stage. So it helps us really refine it, because one of the things that the Lord was telling me through that is that, like Nehemiah, there's going to be all kind of opposition. And there was. Out the gate, people were trying to stop him and come against him, right? And ridicule him and insult him and even attack him. They was coming for Nehemiah. And what kept him so focused, I believe, was this genuine, heartfelt desire for his people to be restored. Think about Jesus, and like, Jesus didn't want to go to the cross. He said, pass this cup before me, but not my will, but your will. But even when he felt as though God on the cross had forsaken him, when he said, Father, Father, why have you forsaken me? He still didn't jump off the cross. When the people were mocking him and insulting him, he stayed on the cross. Jesus was still working on the cross, baby. Asking God to forgive them. Bringing someone else in salvation. Bringing another child in for his mom. He was still working on the cross. Obedient to the point of death. But God so loved the world that he gave his son, Jesus, fully God, 100% fully God, 100% fully man, stayed on the cross. It was what was necessary to reconcile man to God. He had the heart of people in his mind. Think about Paul and all that he experienced. Going to jail, having people come against him. He was like, if I got to become whatever I got to become, as long as it doesn't violate the law, to be able to save a soul, that's what I'm going to do. If I can only give up my salvation so you could be sick. Come on. Paul was that serious because he loved man. You see, God wants you to start off the same way, because if you don't, then when it gets hard, you'll abandon man because you did it for self. If you're only doing it for God, then when you feel like God has abandoned you, which he don't never leave you nor forsake you, but when you feel like he has, you'll abandon the people. You'll jump off the cross. See, God needs you to get that in order, because if he's going to give you his people to shepherd, to grow, to develop, to walk alongside you in ministry, so that you can help birth the ministries in them. If he entrusts you with that, he has to know that when times get hard, when times get difficult, that you won't leave them and abandon them, because you're doing it for them, not for yourself, not for your comfort, not just to please God, but you're doing it for the people. So next time you have difficulty, next time you have trouble, start working on that. Stop turning from people and turning from God and turning on yourself. Try to find ways to work through that. And the only way you can is if you develop this genuine, authentic love for people. So however you're desiring to serve God, whatever vision you feel like you want to fulfill that's in alignment with what God has for you, let it all start with this outpour of the heart of the soul to really help the people. And that's what's going to get you through. So that's all I have for you right now. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you feel led to donate, please do so. The more I fall in love with God, the more I fall in love with y'all. All right. I love you for real, for real. All right. Talk soon.